Good day. My name is Paula May Arlago from BSHM 1104. I'm here to discuss eliminating risk or hazard in tourism and hospitality industry and the difference between risk and hazard. Eliminating risk or hazard in the tourism and hospitality industry. Risk. Risk, according to UNWTO, is a situation that exposes someone or something to danger, harm, or loss. Risk can be a physical safety matter, a risk of property loss and financial business risk, and in addition, risk is the likelihood that person may be harmed or suffers adverse health effects if exposed to a hazard. And risk is the likelihood of hazard causing harm. What is hazard? A hazard is a potential source of harm or adverse health effect on a person or persons. Also, a hazard is something that has the potential to harm you. And hazard is something that has the potential to harm you. What types of hazard are there? Safety hazard. Safety hazard are unsafe working conditions that can cause injury, illness, and death. Safety hazard are the most common workplace hazards. Biological hazard. Biological hazard includes exposure to harm or disease associated with working with animals, people, or infectious plant materials. Workplaces with this kind of hazard include, but are not limited to, work in schools, daycare facilities, colleges and universities, hospitals, laboratories, emergency response, nursing homes, or various outdoor occupation. Ergonomic hazard. Ergonomic hazard occur when the type of work, body position, and working condition put a strain on your body. They are the hardest to spot since you don't always immediately notice the strain on your body or the harm that this hazard poses. Short-term exposure may result in sore muscles the next day or in the day following the exposure, but long-term exposure can be result in serious long-term illness. Chemical hazards. Chemical hazards are present when a worker is exposed to any chemical preparation in the workplace in any form of solid, liquid, or gas. Some are safer than others, but to some workers who are most sensitive to chemicals, even common solution can cause illness, skin irritation, or breathing problems. Work organization hazard. Work organization hazards or stressors that cause stress, short-term effect, and strain, long-term effects. These are hazards associated with workplace issues such as workload, lack of control, or respect. Many people says that risk and hazard are almost the same, but apparently it's not the same. A hazard, as defined by the TUC, is something that can cause harm, and a risk is the chance, high or low, that any hazard will actually cause somebody harm. And these are the example of hazardous equipment. Eliminating risk and hazard in workplace. Eliminate, remove, and substitute. Example, use safer to certain rooms or areas. Enclose or isolate. Example, use safety, sound barriers, restrict work to certain rooms or areas. Reduce risk with engineering controls. Reduce exposure to the hazard with administrative controls. Use personal protective equipment. Thank you for watching and enjoying my presentation.